You're listening to the Known Legacy Podcast, brought to you by Known Legacy Ministries. For more information, go to knownlegacy.org. Now here's your hosts, Bill and Travis.
Hello.
Hello, Bill. How are you?
I'm good, man. I feel like this is our second one being down without Kyle, so I kind of feel like we're a little bit...
I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at what my task is.
You're doing great.
So,
but it does make me think about, was it? I think it was Stone Temple Pilots. It's like, and I'm half the man I used to be, half the man I used. So we're only a third. We're 2/3 of the man we used to be.
Fractions are hard.
Fractions are hard.
Unless it comes to pizza, and then it's just a whole.
You're like, I'm good. Yeah, the whole thing.
Okay. So, Known Legacy, thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, welcome, guys.
Info at knownlegacy.org.
We'll just have this conversation without you today.
YouTube is always a good place to check it out if you want to. You can listen to us at your favorite podcasting site, as well as there's some great stuff out on Instagram if you want to. So, as always, leave a review, share if it's something that's meaningful to you. Always makes a difference for us in the mission of the ministry. We are here to help guys wake up, gear up, and come alive.
Yes.
And that's part of the conversation that we're going to have today. And, we have two big events coming up. So go for it, Bill.
Yes, we do. We have our date night coming up September 13th in Allen, Texas. We'd love to have you there if you are available. You can check out that. We'll have the link in the bio down here, or the item notes, or whatever it's called. We're still not professional with this stuff. So in the words down below the screen.
Yes.
But also... we have that on September 13th. Great time to come out and laugh, enjoy time with your spouse.
Yes.
We're bringing one of the funniest guys I know is coming out to it, and then me and Travis will be there as well.
Correct.
And so it's kind of how we're going to...
It's how we roll.
It's how we push it. But then also we have our men's retreat the next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 19th through the 21st in Cleburne, Texas. It's going to be a great weekend.
Fantastic.
Man, the guys who have come, you can check that out at knownlegacy.org. You can check out both of those right there on the main page and click the links to hear more about that, to see more about it. There's some videos that explain it. You're not going to want to miss those. Spots are filling up fast, so make sure you sign up.
Filling up fast.
Sign up today.
So the question was going to be something about fall and being a kid, nostalgia, blah, 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 whatever. Here's the question, though.
Oh,
that
you
I
threw
want
me for a loop.
I'm
okay, good.
Absolutely throwing you for a loop.
Loop thrower.
Pizza. And I'm not talking about, like, you're from New York, so you're going to say, oh, some place on Main Street, and it's one, I don't care. I want national chain, dirty, you know it's not good for you.
Hands down, I know exactly already. You don't have to finish the question.
What's your go-to? You got to have pizza on a Friday night. Where are you going?
Pizza Hut stuffed crust.
Oh, you're stuffed crust guy.
Oh yeah, and then you get the you get some extra the marinara sauce.
Yeah.
So then here's the thing, because I'm a bargain shopper.
Okay, let's go.
Pizza
let's go
and breadsticks.
Oh, you know they all have breadsticks, though.
Mozzarella sticks. Pizza and mozzarella sticks.
Pizza mozzarella.
They're the best. They're the best. It's good. Very good.
Which one would you not go to? Like, if it was there, you'd be like, not gonna eat it.
So my family loves Papa John's.
Okay.
I'm not, but and I'm not gonna rip them apart. But really, like Marcos.
Oh.
Like, I just feel like that the little pepperonis are weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, they almost look like rubber, like little cups. And I'm like, and they're always holding like a ton of like,
the grease in
like
there,
oil in there.
It's
like,
so
disgusting. It's gross. Yeah, so those probably my least favorite. The only time we ever went there, like once or twice, was when we would go to like the video store, Family Video. For some reason, there's always a Family Video. I think there's like a Russian mafia in this year. Family Video owned by Marcos. I don't know whatever it was, but anyways.
Yeah, the Russian mafia is known for its Family Video.
Pizza.
Yeah.
We want family night out.
We want to cut into the Disney pie.
Exactly.
Go for family.
Family. Sorry, if we've offended you.
Get used to it.
Get used to it, exactly.
Info@knownlegacy.org.
I'm so sorry. What about you, man? What about you? Pizza. Favorite pizza, least favorite pizza.
Man, favorite probably the John's, just because you get that
Papa
little.
John's?
Yeah, the Papa John's, because you get that little oil, butter, garlic thing.
Okay, I forgot about the oil, garlic, butter.
And the little peppercini, which is, I have no idea why it's there, but I feel compelled to eat it. And now it's like, I have to have a pepperoni every time I have pizza, you know?
Well, we've changed it. My wife now puts pepperoncinis on our pepperoni pizza.
What?
Life game changer.
Life game. Okay, so we'll go toppings next. Least favorite, CC. Not CC. Well, CC's, yes. CC's, the buffet pizza. No bueno. Little Skeezers.
Oh, yeah.
Little Skis pizza. Now, back in the day when we were growing up and you actually got 2 pizzas for the price of one, that was and man, and pizza. But today, no bueno.
I know.
No, thank you.
I get that. I mean, and then they moved it to like $6 or $7 for a pizza instead of $5. I don't know the exact numbers. Everybody don't hold me to it, but we have stopped when they stopped doing $5 pizzas. When we were super broke, we would do that $5 pizza. But you're like, yeah, I'm eating pizza.
Remember that awesome commercial from Little Caesars where it was like, it's pterodactyl at origami. What do you do with the extra box? Oh, it's a pterodactyl. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Well,
I need to look it up now. I'm going to look it up
myself.
Nope, I'm looking it up on YouTube after this. So, which is where you can already see us on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
What's your order? If you could order a pizza just for you and you could eat the whole thing, what would be your order?
Dude, if I could do that from Pizza Hut, just a pepperoni pizza with stuffed crust, and that's it. And then
really?
That's all I would do. Like, because it's like that trash thing. It's like, remember what I told you a long time ago, where like when you're on the road,
you're a heartbeat away from trailer trash.
Exactly. Like it's there, man. But I remember when the only other thing I would do that with was those Burger King chicken sandwiches. They're not good for me.
No.
I don't like them.
No.
But for some reason, when I'm on the road by myself, I'm like, oh, I'll stop at a Burger King and I'll get it. And every time I'm like, why'd I do that? Kind of same thing here.
Oh, yeah.
But we normally go to another one, a local place, and, man, amazing pepperoni and pepperoncini is usually what we end up putting on it.
Nice. I'm a pizza guy. I'm like, if there's meat on the menu, throw it on the pizza. Just pile it high. Just make more of it.
Yeah.
So
that's not bad. That's a really that's awesome.
Well,
that's awesome.
Anyways, we do not have a special guest today outside of Pepto-Bismol. And
exactly.
For your heartburn, that's our sponsor. Anyways, I wanted to have Bill on specifically just because I wanted to kind of get an update from him on Known Legacy. You've been on your own kind of thing, doing Known Legacy full-time for a year plus. And you've been making a big impact in Texas and even beyond Texas. So I just wanted to give you a chance to kind of share with the listening audience. Man, where's it been? How have you seen the Wake Up, Gear Up, and Come Alive happen in the different ministries that you've had a chance to touch? And, just kind of update us a little bit on that and the impact that you're having.
No, I love that, man. Thank you. It's funny, as we were talking about this, like, we should probably do an update because we haven't done one in forever. And so it's been a great year overall. That doesn't mean it hasn't been hard, it hasn't had its obstacles and things like that, but we have seen God do so much. And it's allowed me, really, it's given me a greater idea of how to define success in what we do. Because a lot of times we are making an impact in these guys' lives, and we're never going to hear it. We're never going to hear this because they're just silently going to make the decision and go, that's really good. And then they go home and they start loving their family. And then their grandkids are going to make that impact. And so that's kind of where we've seen a lot of this. But we have heard back from a lot of guys. I mean, dude, we're seeing people breaking addictions. We're seeing people making decisions to go, I'm going to be involved in my church, in my family. I'm going to start spending time in the Word. And you start seeing it 6, 8, 10 months out. The guys are like, hey, I just wanted to know this changed my life. And I'm like, the first thing, it's amazing that a guy would even send you a text and say, hey, or just send like an email and go, this has changed us.
Right.
And that's not to boast in us. Like, we're not doing anything new. This is just discipleship and engaging people with the Word of God and the power of Jesus in our life, in their lives. But we are seeing impact all the time.
So, question real quick. God got you to a point where you stepped out and you're doing Known Legacy full time.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can buy the illusion that if I'm stepping out and I'm following God and I'm doing exactly what He's calling me to do, it's going to be easy. It's going to be coattails. He's going to, it's going to be amazing. Like the affirmation, like I'm doing God's work because it's so easy. I know the journey has had some amazing highs, but the journey's been hard as well.
Yeah.
What would you share with a guy that's like stepping out and following God and the headwinds seem to pick up rather than recede?
Yeah, I think the other thing that God has really been showing me this year is that the battle's real.
Yes.
And it only gets harder. Like when you start to make an intentional walk in your life as a child of God to go, I'm going to step out, I'm going to love my family. The enemy only gets stronger. And I think we forget that a lot of times that it is a battle.
Right.
In fact, I was reading, someone brought this up. I was in a meeting yesterday and someone brought this up and it made me think about this in 2 Samuel 11. It's the story of David and Bathsheba.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, he saw her on the roof, naked, da-da-da-da. One thing leads to another. Yep. ends up murdering her husband, all this kind of stuff, trying to hide it.
And then the kid dies?
Yeah. Before all that, this is what really caught my eye, was in verse 1 of 11. It says, in the spring of the year, the time when kings go out to battle, David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they ravaged the Ammonites and besieged Rabbah. But David remained at Jerusalem.
Yep.
And that key element, I think, was something that really hit me, is that, man, we are stepping into a fight, and it's never not going to be a fight. And when I mean that, it's not a detriment. It's not a terrible thing. It's not like an indictment that it's just going to suck all the time. It's like, no, there's always going to be a fight. And I think that's one thing that has validated the journey more, is like when we started stepping out, oh my goodness.
Right.
The battle got harder. And you're like, what do we do now? And so I found myself more in the silence going, Lord, I just need to hear from you today. I just need to hear from you, because I know that I'm doing the right thing.
Right.
And it's almost validated. Like, there's those 5 love languages.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think even in that, God speaks to us in those love languages too, to us.
Oh, interesting.
Because he knows that I love. Well, one of mine is words of affirmation and physical touch. Those are my 2 things. And I tell my wife, baby, that's all you got to do to me. I'm good. And if you're affirming me while you're touching my shoulder, things are good. I can't be doing it. So she touched my leg, but it's all this. It's the same thing with him, that I'm like, God, I don't always need to hear things, but he always seems to bring it at times when I need it. When I really realize it. And it's when I'm getting quiet, and then I'm like, God, can you just kind of remind me?
Right.
And for a while I thought that was wrong, but it almost creates an intimacy. No, because you're like, I shouldn't need anything. I should just be faithful.
Right.
Because I think we do that to ourselves. Well, the Word of God, it says it, and so I believe that. But there's something beautiful in him saying, like allowing someone to send a text or an email.
Yes.
Like even, for example, last night, I was like, Lord, I'm a little bit discouraged. Because again, like you said, church planning, discouragement.
Yep.
Leadership is a lonely place. Where someone said it a couple months ago. They said, Bill, you are tilling up Texas clay.
Yes.
And I've come to that to go, I'm just going to keep scattering seed.
Yep.
And I'm going to do it emotionless. When I mean that, like, not because I don't care, but because, like, I don't want to be run by emotion to scatter seed. I want to just do it because I know it's the right thing. But then I'm like, God, I'm tired. And there's, the laborers are few, and most of them are exhausted.
Yep.
And so I'm like, Lord, can you just speak life into this? And I was praying that last night, and it was probably like between 10 and 10:20, 10:30. And I get an Instagram message from someone that I had connected with 10 years ago.
Really?
It was like, dude, and he's done this before.
Yeah.
At opportune times.
Right.
And just said, hey, man, I just want to reach out and tell you that I'm grateful for you. And it changed my life. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm hearing you. And so it's that idea that, like, don't stop the battle, but then it's okay to ask God for that. So in that, there's been a lot of hard moments, but it's been really good. Because that moment, I'm like, boom, I'm good. Let's go do this. It's funny how fast that can change the paradigm.
So I think you're onto something, because I think our culture has lulled many a man and many a husband and many just a father into I've arrived, and so the battle's for someone else.
Yeah.
Whether it be political, whether it be in our church or in our culture, whatever it is. The guy that is in a full-time job and grinding away at life, what does the battle look like for him? And what words of encouragement would you have for him as he's maybe waking up to this, like, wait a second, I don't want to be stuck on the rooftop, falling into habitual sin and reaping all of the negative consequences of that. There's a battle that God has called me to. There's a battle that God has saved me for, and there's a battle that he's gifted me to engage in. What would you say to that guy?
Ephesians 6:12 says that we battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. I think that's the one. Principalities and powers of darkness.
Yep.
And we got to remember that if we're going to work at a 9 to 5, that the battle exists there too. That the enemy is sitting right next to you at your desk, that wants you to fail, that wants you to scroll through your phone, that wants you to engage the secretary in a conversation, that wants you to be ruthless.
And I'll go the other side on that coin, or wants you to work 70, 80 hours a week.
Yes.
And you get your identity from working 70, 80 hours a week, neglecting, that's the word, neglecting your family and the kids.
And I think that's it. Like, we realize, okay, so we're in a battlefield no matter where we are. 2 Timothy 1:7, God, the Lord's not giving us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. And so in that, we need to realize we're in a battle right now. We got to keep fighting. But what can I do right now, Lord? Like, that's the thing with the guy at work that's like, what are you calling me to do? Because he's calling us to do something. And so many times it could simply be, and this isn't simple, but it could simply be, I'm just going to let you be salt and light here. We had a guy, Andy Deck, who was on years ago, who was on a while ago. Same thing in his life. He was like, I want to make a difference at my work. What do I do?
Right.
We'll start a Bible study. We'll do this. Like, whatever it might be. Hey, at lunchtime, hey, guys, I'm going to open up my Bible in the in like the break room, and I'm going to do a little quick 15-minute devotional. Anybody want to join me? Well, that's stupid. No, you don't know the struggles that people are going through. I have talked to more people who are ready to call it quits, and I'm not. And when I mean call it quits, like they're like, why am I even living? And they go and they probably work with you. You know what I'm saying? They probably work at your place that are going, why am I doing this? And then you get that, oh man, I can't believe that they did that. I can't believe they left their wife. I can't believe that well, what if you in your journey said, I want to do something great for God, and God's like, I want you to start studying, like, that's not enough. Well, what if that is enough?
Right.
Because that opens doors, that little step of faithfulness. It really is that first step. And so that's what I would say is, God, what can you use around me right now?
So it's waking up and asking the question, being willing to ask the question and say, God, I'm your servant. Here I am. Send me.
Yeah.
And then wherever he sends you, trust it, step into it, and see what God could do through that.
Yeah. It's that whole thing we talk about, wake up, gear up, come alive. The reason why we chose that, the reason why we sat down and said, God, what are you calling us to? Is that, man, there are a lot of guys out here who are listening who are like, I don't know what to do. Well, what can you do right now? It's the kid with the loaves and fishes. I don't know what else to do, but I brought some lunch, and this is what I can give you. So give him what you can give him, which right now could simply be, I feel like I'm called to write a book. Well, then take your lunchtime.
That's a huge one, by the way.
Exactly, I know. But you're like,
a smaller one might be, I'm here to encourage my coworkers.
Exactly. Like, hey, I need to just go around and say, I'm grateful for you. Or I got a Post-it note with a buddy and go, hey, I'm praying for you today. Boom, put it on his desk. Something as simple as that, whatever it may be. And I don't know all the policies for like, oh, you can't share religion, all this kind of stuff. For some reason, you can share every religion but your Christian faith. But there's something that you can do. And I think the first question is go, God, what do you want me to do today? What do you want me to do? Just keep an open ear to what God has for you. And that's how we make a difference in people's lives. I don't think it's that hard.
Right.
We make it so much more difficult. And we think like, well, I have to know it all. I have to do it all. Like that's that. Wake up, gear up. Gear up is simply you saying, you know what? I'm going to open up a psalm today and I'm just going to read it. And in that psalm,
let him be the one who gives you the tools.
I'm going to open this and then I'm going to say, God, can you just let one verse today or one verse from this week, it doesn't have to be just today, but this week, share that I can share it with somebody.
Right.
And we speak life to them.
Yep.
I think that's how we make the difference. And that's that gear up, wake up, and then come alive is just that. I'm taking the step. I'm literally, this is you walking out on a boat to send. You're like, that doesn't feel like walking on a boat. You don't tell me that you writing a Post-it note and giving it to someone is not walking in faith.
Right.
That's as simple as it can be.
Right.
And that's our goal with this. And so, but I'm saying that because we've seen a lot of that this year. We've seen guys make those small steps that are literally life-changing. It's like, we joke about, like, we talked about, like, I love Back to the Future movies. I love history movies where they go back in time, and then we're like, but don't move this rock because it'll change the world.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah, but then we look at our lives and we're like, but that doesn't mean for right now. But it applies to every single movie we've taught, into like, if you just do this, it changes everything. But we don't think that the things we do now will change the future. So if we can live in that kind of reality and say, man, there is a moment that I'm going to speak into someone's life, and that may change them from making the phone call, sending the text, getting onto whatever, I don't know, Tinder or whatever the things are, and start to search. But instead say, this guy sees value in me.
Right.
What if I did that to my spouse? What if I did that to my kids? That's the kind of impact that we're seeing this year.
I love it.
This kind of impact.
So I know we have some things coming up. Talk to us a little bit about the men's retreat that's coming up. Tell to us a little bit about the date night. Why are we doing date nights? It's a podcast for dads and men coming alive. Why a date night kind of stuff? So paint us that picture a little bit.
Yeah, so guys, I know that, and you've seen this too, being a pastor. Most of the men in our church, the last statistic I heard, now, again, give me grace in this, but it seems to be pretty true every time I talk to a pastor, is that 99% of men in the church feel alone. They feel like they go to groups, they do all these things, but they don't really have that guy who's in their corner. They got people that they know that they're willing to share that they stole postage stamps from the office from, but they're not willing to share their deep, dark secrets with. Right. And so we do that, one thing, because most men are disenchanted and their wives are super engaged, a lot of them. And they're like, this is crap. And so if we can get the wives and the husbands together and we show them what the abundant life looks like, I mean, Travis, when we were doing this before, we were doing conferences, we were doing marriage conferences, parenting conferences. We're like, that's a lot.
Right.
But to get someone together for a few hours to laugh and remind themselves that they got married not to just procreate, not to just have kids, but that they really fell in love.
Right.
And we get them back to that, and then we get them to speak life to each other. I love the thing we do. You guys got to come to our date night. It's going to be so much fun because we do this thing with lies. And we do a powerful exercise. I'm not going to spoil it, but we do a powerful exercise where you get to speak life into your spouse.
Right.
And I guarantee when you go home, things are a lot better than when than when you walked in the door. That's why we do the date night. We want people to see what the abundant life actually looks like.
Because it's the foundation of the relationships, the foundation of everything. And Satan can't take out God. So what does he do? He attacks God's kids.
Yeah.
And the way he does it is through the family and through the kids. And so for you as a husband to be secure in that relationship with your spouse, man, so many other things happen. But drift takes it happens.
Yeah.
You become business partners rather than married couple.
Yeah.
And this is a moment to kind of pause a little bit, be encouraged. There's tons of laughter. I remember the last one that we did, man, everyone was like, my side hurt from all the laughter.
Yes.
Like, exactly. That's what we want. We want to have joy with each other and joy with your spouse so that you can go home and enjoy that moving forward and maybe start some new routines or some new opportunities to reconnect and be reminded of why you started this whole journey together in the first place.
Yeah. And so we want you to be a part of that. We believe in your marriage. We believe in a Christ-centered marriage, and we believe that God can redeem anything.
Right.
He can fix anything. I don't know where we got that to, but man, Jesus raised people from the dead.
Right.
He can raise your marriage up. And so that's one thing. We also have the men's retreat coming up the week after.
Yep.
Which is a great time to get away. And I love it because one of the things when we were like, hey, we should do this retreat, but we don't want to do like information. Like we want to give you time to stop because I always feel like it's this like Elijah thing. We're running like crazy.
Right.
And we don't give ourselves time to rest. And I love in Elijah that the most spiritual thing he did was rest, get up, eat some food, and go take another nap. And I'm like, that's my kind of guy right there.
That's our Saturdays.
And so we connect. There's moments for you to stop, but it's for you to get away and to understand, man, God has something great for you.
Correct.
And there is enough truth that we throw at you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that it's enough for you to go, I need to chew on this, but then also connect with another guy.
Right.
Like I said, most guys are alone. So to get away for a period of time to just go, hey, I'm going to enjoy some time away. And if you want to go home, if you want to go back and just sleep in your room all day, awesome. Do it. But we want you to understand that, man, God has something greater for you. And it's not just come and do and try not to sin.
Right.
But God has something greater. So that's really a lot of what we're doing. And again, we want to see you guys come alive. And we really believe this. I've said this before, but could you imagine if 10% of all the men in all the churches in America were fully alive to who God called them to be? We wouldn't have an issue.
Right.
Right now it says 1 out of every 4 families in America are growing up without a father in the home.
Right.
And that's the ones who physically don't have a father. How many more have a distant dad who comes home and just puts on the TV and doesn't engage his kids and is wounding him more than the father who's not there?
Well, and another statistic that came out recently was the number of people who are not marrying or not having kids at all.
Yeah.
Because of whatever hurt or trauma they may have had in the past. And that's where we want to speak life into those guys, saying, man, if you're young 20s, man, the best thing, be prepared, get ready, find a spouse, and then start having kids, man. Start having kids. There's nothing as sweet as having kids.
I think that's it. Like people see it as a burden, and I'm like,
oh, it's the greatest joy in the entire world.
Yeah, pick your hard.
Yeah. Either
you pick your hard and you die holding nobody's hand and you're staring up at a blank white ceiling as you fade away, or you die knowing that you've passed on something beyond you.
Right.
Being held by the hand of your spouse with your kids around you. I mean,
and with grandkids in the way.
Yes, that is it right there. So, I mean, rethink through your life because it's like, oh, well, this is freedom. This is, and I'm like, but it's not. It's not. The greatest joy I've had is to see my kids walk with the Lord.
Yeah.
So
you also, in the last year and a half, almost 2 years ago, you released a book, More Than You.
Yes.
And I know that has kind of taken on a life of its own, and guys are doing studies and everything else. And what have been some of your impact or some of your ahas from that experience?
Man, the things I love about that book is it gives guys a moment to have a conversation with each other. And it gives guys a moment to sit and process and go, man, what does my life look like? And if I really believed these things, because again, I'm not a smart man, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but if we understood, man, God's word is true.
Yeah.
If God is this guy who is crazy passionately in love with me, and man, if God has this crazy passionate in love with me guy has cast all these things on me, what am I going to do with it? If I really believe that, and it's not me believing in myself. It's not us going, oh, just believe in yourself. It's you going, I believe that there's someone way bigger than me who looks at me and says, this is who you are.
Right.
And I'm leaning on that foundation. And, man, and seeing guys' lives change because of that has been incredible.
Well, and I think, like, the love language stuff doesn't always resonate with the heart of man. You know, we are guys that are motivated by respect.
Correct, yeah.
And we have a God who looks at us and loves us enough to say, I have more for you.
Yeah.
And so I'm calling you into this battle. I'm calling you into the fight. I'm calling you into these things because I trust you, and I know that even if you mess up, you're going to cling to me. More importantly, I'm going to cling to you.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the such a powerful image that God gives us in that stuff. So
yeah.
Bill, thank you so much for the update. Anything you want to share? Any last minute stuff? Anything?
No, if you guys are listening, we'd love you to continue to share this. As we continue to grow, we need more people to just connect with us. If you are at a church and you're like, man, we have a men's ministry, we'd love to connect. Our book study is a free resource for you. So, man, please, just reach out to us, info@knownlegacy.org. We'd love to give that to you as a free resource. And then just being a part of what we do, because if we can help inspire your men to come alive, to come alive, it's not that it's not happening. It's that even I talked to a pastor this week. He goes, man, just sometimes people listen to the other guy.
Yep.
And I've said it before, but I remember when my son was like, I know, like we struggle with him to brush his teeth, and his cool Uncle Jake came in. Now, I'm not the cool Uncle Jake, but his cool Uncle Jake came in and said, you should brush your teeth. We never had a problem ever again.
Yep.
And so it's just the same thing being said from another perspective. And then we kind of connect with that church and say, hey, here's your guys. And we want to help them knock that moss off.
Yep.
The disenchanted man is our focus. Is the guy who's like, this is garbage, and we're like, those are our people. So if we can help connect those guys, we want to be a blessing to you guys.
Love it. Anyways, hey, thank you guys for listening and checking it out today. We really appreciate it. You can get all the information that you need on the website, knownlegacy.org. Info@knownlegacy. Leave us a review if it's something that's helpful, and God bless you guys.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.
Thanks for listening to the Known Legacy Podcast. We'd love to hear from you, so email us your questions or comments to info@knownlegacy.org.